Hello there, collective. Here I am, Jason, the Intuitive Restorer, and I'm going to be pulling your cards collectively for the 18th of April. Okay. Yesterday was a interesting day because I feel as if we were able to project on the things that have happened this April. April so far has been a doozy. In amazing ways, amazing ways. We're able to see self empowerment this April. We're able to see the self love this April. We're able to see the things that are starting to come forward this April. It's a very busy month. However, know that um, this month is the beginning to something huge. Okay, so that energy, maybe feeling a little wild, just know it's in that energy where we're finding ourselves, okay? Sometimes shit needs to get moving in order for us to, wake up and be like, that's what it is. That's who they are. That's the situation at hand. It's like kind of like, it's months like these where we're so busy where we ultimately see, just like the truth underneath it all. You know what I mean? So the first cards, we've got the Knight of Swords, we've got the Emperor, and so we've got the Two of Wands, okay? I'm using the Sanctus Concordia deck. I never ever use this deck because it's so pretty. But I use my, what is it? Last Unicorn deck. Look at how pretty that is. A lot of people actually use this deck. So I was like, you know what? Let's do it. And I could see why. So, the Knight of Swords, the Emperor, and the Two of Wands. What this here is saying, ultimately, with the action we're taking, we are preparing to go places. Know that the pendulum that is in momentum right now, that is swinging in our favor. And we are taking action. Because we're taking action, we are ultimately getting ready to go on the trip of a lifetime. No, it's when you put things in motion, when new beginnings begin, when a surge of power takes over. This is who we are. This is who we've become, the Emperor. The Emperor is all about order. It's all about structure. He is the king of his castle, and no one can tell him what to do. He is his own ruler. He will tell himself that he is the one that rules his own life, not anybody else, all right? The Emperor is the card of Aries, and Aries have a lot of drive. They're passionate. They go from 0 to 100 really fast. However, ultimately, when it comes down to it, Aries, they know exactly what they want, and like a fire sign, they go for it. That's the mentality of an Emperor. You live for yourself. You make the calls that you need for yourself by taking this action to rise above the overthinking that we've been doing for so long. It's ultimately putting us in a mindset of clarity where we can start making plans, where we can start ultimately, getting stuff together before a big journey. All right, today we are going to be feeling ourselves packing a big suitcase, knowing exactly what we need to pack, knowing we're not going to forget anything, knowing that when that is packed, that is ultimately that's who we are, whatever's in that suitcase. And ultimately, when it comes down to it, it is going to be in such, perfect, just a perfect order. You know what I mean? 5 pairs of underwear, 5 pairs of socks, 3 pairs of pants. You're only gonna need two, but just in case. You know what I mean? It's the kind of situation, it's gonna be tailored to you. Everybody is different, and know what's happening right now with you taking action and being able to rise above the overthinking to plan and to have things start coming forward. That's ultimately just creating that sense of power for ourselves. There's the Justice card, the Five of Pentacles, and the Three of Wands. So this is beautiful, okay? We have found balance. Balance is weighing in our favor, all right? The Justice card is all about giving up the things that haven't served you and bringing in the things that do. You know what I mean? The Justice card is the card of Libra. Libras are very balanced. Libras thrive off of balance. Libras are thinkers. They ultimately, find balance in everything. And it's a kind of situation, just like with that being said, with the Five of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles is worried. We are finding the balance that is needed to get out of our heads, to stop worrying, and to ultimately allow ourselves to take flight. All right, the balance that we're receiving today, we are receiving that kind of balance that doesn't come as often as we hope it would. It's the kind of situation. It's just like putting things into like just like like just being able to see what's right for you and what's not right for you. And when you're in that kind of mentality, that's when things are set into action. When you set your priorities straight and you find the balance that's needed to make those calls about your life, that's when, all right, it's time to take action. It's time to take action over this overthinking. It's time to get prepared for something huge with nothing but order and structure and just commanding energy. There's the Three of Wands. So ultimately, that Two of Wands, we've gone on a trip. We're going on a trip. The Three of Wands is saying that this trip is happening. I feel as if there's a lot of things happening under the surface that you may not know. Amazing things are happening underneath the surface. It's almost kind of like what? I mean, like when you boil water, right? It's lukewarm, then all of a sudden you see little bubbles, and that's like the Two of Wands. And then you start seeing the bubbles coming up, starting to hardcore bubble. That's ultimately the Two of Wands. The Three of Wands is full on bubbling. You like, okay, gotta lower the temperature down a little bit. You know what I mean? It's the kind of situation. Know that with the balance and with this drive and with this confidence, we are ultimately getting out of our heads when it comes to the worrying, when it comes to the constant overthinking, and we're just allowing ourselves to be set free. At the bottom of the deck, there's the Six of Pentacles, all right? The Six of Pentacles is being able to ultimately say the affirmations that are needed and the universe gifting us what needs to be gifted. The Six of Pentacles is also known as the card of charity. So when it comes down to it, like you're giving things out to the universe is giving back. You could be giving your time and your beautiful energy to people who need some kind of self-value, and because you're giving back, Spirit is allowing you to receive. You're allowing yourself to receive. That's the mentality of the Six of Pentacles, okay? Now, I'm going to pull some cards from my Oracle deck. Let's see what kind of card we get today. It's going to be a very powerful day, because ultimately we're finding balance to bring on a lot of action and to get ready for a trip that really ultimately is happening now. We're allowing ourselves to get out of our heads. We're allowing ourselves to stop worrying, because of the Emperor is all order. Like I said, he puts his life in checkmate. He doesn't have time to worry. Worrying is something that the Emperor does not do, because the Emperor has his shit together. Now in regards to a card from my Oracle deck, Spirit, please give us a card assigned to just pitch into this clarification. Alright, so courage. There you go, see? The courage to take action, the courage to make plans, the courage to take that drive and that passion, that order, to ultimately create the balance in our lives, to get over the worrying and overthinking. Courage, strength, fierceness, family. All right? When it comes down to it, that's who we become. Like the lion, pride, the leader of the pack. You know what I mean? It's the kind of situation it's just like the illuminated path. I feel as if we are seeing that we are our own blah blah blah, that we are our own guides. We know what we need to do. The path is right there. Remember, I was using the analogy with that light that was right in front of us, and we're following that light. It's just like a random spotlight on the ground. We're like, oh, okay, we need to follow that. When it comes down to it, that's the illuminated path. That's our path that we need to follow. And I feel as if Spirit is ultimately saying we are following that path. We are allowing ourselves to ultimately take a sacred breath and listen. Sacred breath and sound. Life force communication. We're allowing ourselves to, I honestly feel as if like we're able to look at the signs around us. We're able to feel the feelings of what intuition is. We're able to bring on just life force and just communication with ourselves and spirit. You know, I mean, here it shows a woman. It looks like she's from the Egyptian times, and there's a dolphin in front of her. Dolphins ultimately, you know, communicate through what, like, you know, like those sounds like whatever, I don't know what it is, but like it like ultimately communicates with dolphins within the area, the pod. You know, they all work together. It's just like ultimately being able to communicate with a higher force. You know, which some is intuition, some is spirit, some are your spirit guides, you know. No, today is going to be a day where ultimately we are bringing in fortune, wealth, and plenty because abundance is here and abundance is around the corner, okay? So there's your reading. Hopefully you guys resonate. My name is Jason, the Intuitive Restorer. Please, if you identify, uh, like, comment, share, subscribe. Definitely subscribe. No, I do personalized readings as well, okay? I have a Facebook group with my two counterparts. It's called Soulful Belonging. There I do my cards. I also connect with angels. My counterpart does astrological readings, and then my other counterpart actually communicates and channels spirit, okay? So I look forward to speaking to all of y'all soon, and I hope everyone has a great day. Bye, guys.